Minasan, konnichi, what's up? I am recording a preview of your unit test. What you need to know about this unit, which is all about food. So the main thing that I need you to know is how to say I like something, I don't like something else, I eat something or drink, I don't eat something or I don't drink something. Let's get started. How do you say eating? To eat, to eat, to eat. 食べます. Exactly. To say do not eat is you're gonna change the ending of 食べます into 食べません. Do you remember how to change the ending to say let's eat? 食べましょう. Do you know how to spell it? If you don't, look it up. Okay, I'm going to show you. So, this was a flashcard you created. 食べます, 食べません. This is a verb ending. And here is a 食べましょう ending that makes the ending of the verb into let's blank. So, in this unit, we are basically just talking about eating and drinking. So, to say let's drink is 飲みましょう. Let's eat is 食べましょう. Make sure you know that. And the main verb sentence that we are going over, we have going through is 朝ごはん を 食べます. Remember this particle o is when you see eating, which is 食べます or 飲みます, you would need to point at object, which is signified here as a noun word, so that you know what you're eating. In this case, eating breakfast. So 食べます by itself is not a complete sentence by any means. You need to have お yeah. And when the ending becomes negative, like right here, the particle o switches to wa. That's the contrasting negative particle. So let's say you're eating breakfast. 朝ごはんを食べます. でも, however, 昼ごはんは食べません. I don't know, maybe you're skipping lunch. And to ask, do you eat breakfast? Same particle. 朝ごはんを食べますか? And to ask, what are you eating or what do you usually eat? Kind of a sentence is you replacing 朝ごはん or any kind of a noun object into 何. I'm going to go over why this is 何 later on. So to say I eat fish. Do you remember fish? Sakana. And do you remember how to write sakana in kanji? Sakana o tabemasu. Make sure you know how to spell kanji sakana. And I am just kind of going over again. This is a famous Nike logo. Just do what? Something is missing. That's right. It's not stating what you're supposed to do. 私は食べます. Once again, is not complete sentence. You need the it or whatever you're eating. Yeah? So to point out, what are you eating? 何を食べますか? Then you're gonna say 肉を食べます. This is a direct object. Okay, now this is the vocab words that all of you must know all of these words. 肉, meat. You need to know the kanji. 魚, fish. 野菜, vegetables. 果物, fruit. 卵, eggs. パン, bread. 味噌汁 is miso soup. ご飯 is mainly cooked rice in this context. 食べ物 is 食べます. The first part of 食べます and 物 means thing. So that makes it to food. Now, you need a o, like I keep saying that. in order to say, point at, 魚を食べます。魚 is what I'm eating. If you're drinking something, also, ジュースを飲みます。The O is the one that points at what you're eating or what you're drinking. So make sure you know why O is placed at certain place. If you want to say, I love meat, this is what you're going to say when you see 好きです. Okay? Because this is a preference particle. There are many functions in the ka, but for this unit, we use 好きです a lot. Then wa can be used for both o and ga when the sentence ending changes to negative. Like, I don't eat is 食べません. So, instead of 魚を食べます、魚は食べません. Instead of saying 肉が好きです、肉は好きじゃないです. So, make sure you know these three particles, how you change it around. Okay, so we did this video. You created I eat something. I don't eat something else. I like something. I don't like something. And remember this. You created the video and you created with the flashcard. Now let's move on to 飲みます. 飲み物, same as 食べ物. Stuff that you drink. コーヒー, お茶, green tea or Japanese tea. 紅茶 is English tea. Juice, 牛乳. It's a spelling challenge. Make sure you practice that. 水 is water. Now, let's move on to that liking sentence. So, ga is the preference particle. If you don't like certain item, ga switches to wa. Remember this? And if you're asking, what do you like? Nani ga? It's not none. And I'll tell you why. And this is the particle ga. So far, we learned ability. Now we're moving into preference. To say, 肉が好きです. Before we did this, 日本語ができます. That's the ability. Now, wa is, this is the one, contrasting negative sentences. So instead of 肉が好きです, you are changing into 魚は好きじゃないです. 肉を食べます. However, 魚 is I don't eat. Yeah, so make sure you know the negative one. And ですじゃないです. We are learning the adjective, e adjective, くないです negative sentence way. So make sure you know じゃない is either noun word or na adjective ending negative. くない is only applicable for e adjective. Yeah. Okay, meat. 肉. Make sure you know 肉 to say 肉 and kanji. 魚 and in kanji. 卵 in kanji. Yasai, this is just hiragana. And this is bread, pan. Japanese pan is so ono, so good. I wish I could eat them all day long. Yasai. And these are all different kinds of gohan. Yeah, tamago gohan is one of my favorites, but don't just use any raw eggs because it could be dangerous. Kudamono, make sure you know how to say it. Okay, so now this is mizu. Do you know how to write kanji mizu? Juice. And this is gyunyu. And you are most likely illegal to drink this biru. Nomimasu. What particle goes with it? Yeah, that's the O. 水を飲みます。ジュースを飲みます。牛乳を飲みます。If you are lactose intolerant, the particle changes to 牛乳は飲みません。So, let's go over again. 肉を食べます。Eat meat. What do you eat? What are you going to eat? What would you like to eat? That question sentence, you're gonna change 肉 into 何. Remember that? And of course, you have to add か。何を食べますか? What do you eat? What are you eating? What would you like to eat? And here is the difference between 何 and なん. So, when the sentence and the particle is followed by a particle like this, 何を食べますか? Or 何が好きですか? You gotta say 何. Choose none if you have to say, what is this? 何ですか? So make sure that is the golden rule. So just like that, 水を飲みます。What would you like to drink? Would be 何を飲みますか? Yeah? Okay. I am going to end this first part of the video by playing the sound file because you're going to have to listen to the sound file and understand what it says. Like first sound file, I'm going to play it. You're going to have to say, what kind of store are they talking about? They're having a conversation. And what is the condition or reputation of that store? Let's take a listen.
3、
お寿司屋さん、どうですか？
あの店はあまり美味しくないですよ。
Do you remember お寿司屋さん? When you put お寿司屋 or 寿司屋, that turns into sushi restaurant. Yeah, like そば屋、うどん屋、ラーメン屋. There are many, many 屋 ending store. And a lot of Japanese people put san just to make it sound, show the closeness that you feel about that restaurant or store. Yeah. So お寿司屋さん doesn't mean there's somebody whose name is お寿司屋. No, it's just a sushi restaurant. And the reputation, what is that? They said, あまり美味しくないですよ. That means it's not that delicious. I hope you understood that. Let's keep on listening.
2、
ホセさん、いつも朝ごはん食べますか？
はい、もちろん食べます。
何を食べますか？
私はパンと果物をよく食べます。コーヒーも飲みます。
Did you understand? Does Jose eat breakfast? He said, もちろん。いつも食べます。He always eats. And what does he eat? He eats パンと果物. So bread and fruit. And then he also added, I also actually drink coffee too. Okay, and the last one, what did he order? Okay, so this one.
5、いらっしゃいませ。チーズバーガー3つとオレンジジュース3つください。はい、チーズバーガー3つとオレンジジュース3つですね。どうもありがとうございます。
Did you catch what that lady was ordering? Okay, that's to be continued.